Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, the 18th of September, 2024, 9 o'clock right here in Tucson, Arizona, which means it is time for the Mindful Moment. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz, the Senior Minister at Unity of Tucson. Unity of Tucson is an inclusive and loving spiritual center right here in Tucson, Arizona. And our purpose is to explore the principles of New Thought, which is the spiritual philosophy that we teach. And through the exploration, I believe, you get to decide what you believe, but I believe that we can find personal purpose, master spiritual understanding, and develop a spiritual path. And that's what it's all about for me, because the spiritual path has enhanced the quality of my life. Part of that spiritual path and the enhancement is through spiritual practice, which is what this is, a spiritual practice, an opportunity to consider an idea, a spiritual idea, and then take that idea into the practice, the formal practice of affirmative prayer. So whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment and let me know that you are here. Always a delight to see comments come through. It does look like something strange is happening, because normally I can see how many people are watching, but it doesn't seem to be, it looks like there's nobody watching. Well, I'm going to continue on because I think that I'm streaming to all the places. Yeah, comments don't seem to be coming through either, but that's okay. All right. Here's what I would like you to know. You are love. You are light. You are life. You are magnificent and divine. Love, light, life. These are actually, I was going to say these are all the attributes of you. There's some of the attributes of you. You are so much more because you are part of the magnificent, infinite nature of creation. So that's what it's all about. Jerry Stratemeyer, Reverend Jerry, blessings all. Grateful to see you this beautiful day. And we'll see if more comments come through. So this week we've been exploring the practice of affirmative prayer, and I've been working through the 5 steps of prayer in the manner we teach them here in Unity. And we're up to step 4 today, even though it's the 3rd day of the week. I combined 2 steps yesterday. So the first step that we talked about on Monday was relaxation. Steps 2 and 3, which we talked about yesterday, were concentration and meditation. And step 4, realization. I would like to grab the Revealing Word, written by Charles Fillmore. It's basically a glossary of terms. And I'm going to look up LMNOPQR. I have to do that still sometimes. I'm going to look up realization. If it's the realization step, here's what Charles Fillmore defined. Here's how Charles Fillmore defines realization. The deep inner conviction and assurance of the fulfillment of an ideal. It means at one meant, which if you put that together is atonement, at one meant. Completion, perfection, wholeness, repose, resting in God. It is the dawning of truth in the consciousness. I think that's a really important part of this definition. It is the dawning of truth in the consciousness. When realization takes place, one abides in the light of God mind. It is the inner conviction that prayer has been answered, although there is as yet no outer manifestation. I really want to be clear that when we engage in the realization step, while we may not be able to see the outward appearance of the prayer answered, to know that the prayer is answered, it is an inner conviction to know, to feel this sensation, to feel this truth. And that's what the realization step really is for me. And I think the power of affirmative prayer is not, as I said last Sunday, not in the words we speak, but in the feeling that we are creating within ourselves. And so I think that one of the things that I encourage people to do when we get to this fourth step of prayer, the realization step, is to, yes, be specific about what it is you're looking to create in your life, but look to create the feeling around that. What is the feeling that you're looking to experience? And there are some tools that we can use in this step. So, one of the tools that I am so grateful for that I learned about when I came into the unity side of the New Thought movement, because truth be told, I was surprised that I had never heard of this before I came into unity. Because on the religious science or the Centers for Spiritual Living side of things, this is not something that is taught, but I think it's brilliant. Charles Fillmore consolidated some ideas around what the attributes of God are, which are also the attributes of us, because it's the attributes of all creation. And he published it as the 12 powers. And the 12 powers essentially is a system, I guess you could call it, that we can use in the realization step. So these are the 12 powers. And if you are interested, we can do some more exploration on those 12 powers, on these 12 powers. The 12 powers are imagination, faith, zeal, power, strength, life, willingness. It says will, but I always like to say willingness, understanding, love, wisdom, order, and release, or purification, or elimination. That one always confuses people when we say release. I believe he wrote it originally as elimination, and many people have translated it into purification. So the point ultimately is, what do the powers mean? How might we work with those powers to deepen into a sensation of feeling around that? So if I'm looking to create more peace in my experience, right? What are the powers that could align with the notion of peace? Well, for me, I might go to love and order. Love and order are things I believe that contribute to peace. So I may incorporate those in the consideration of the prayer. I did, we do this white stone ceremony at the new year. And if you're interested in that, join us around the new year. I intend to do the white stone ceremony on the first Sunday of every year. And a couple of years ago, when we first did the white stone ceremony, I wrote on my stone, everlasting peace. That was what I had found. That is what I had discovered in the exploration in the heart space of, what it was I was looking to create. And so that's why peace is kind of on my mind today. But it's all beginning right here within each and every one of us. And so the realization step is about finding that inner conviction that what we seek is complete in the infinite consciousness, in the infinite mind, and to work with the feeling of that completeness and allow ourselves to acknowledge and welcome the sensation, the feeling of that completeness. So it's all about feeling. It really is all about feeling. And it's, I believe that we have evolved in the New Thought movement. You've heard me say this before, I believe, but I'm going to say it again because I think it's worth saying. It used to be that the catchphrase in New Thought was change your thinking, change your life. And that is true, but it goes deeper, because I think then it went to change your beliefs, change your life, because your beliefs are the root of your thinking. And I think that really the exponential aspect of that is our feeling, because our feeling, and when I talk about feeling, I'm not talking about outward expression of emotion. I'm saying that inner sensibility, the inner sensibility. So feeling addresses beliefs. Feeling addresses thought. And it is the feeling wherein the power resides for change in our life. So with that, I'm going to invite us into the practice of affirmative prayer. If it is safe and comfortable for you to close your eyes, I invite you to do so and allow yourself to deepen into the realization of what it is. Let's first start with, what do you feel in this moment? Just check in, see, what do you feel in this moment? And are you in the space of willingness to have that transformed if you so desire? Are you in the space of willingness to let that feeling be transformed if you so desire? I choose to close my eyes, as it is an invitation to deepen into the sensation of the feeling, deepen into the awareness, deepen into the sense of magnificence. As I relax in this moment, allowing an easeful, relaxed countenance, physicality, a mental relaxation, an emotional relaxation. As I relax in this moment, I find myself open and opening. And what I am open and opening to more and more in every moment is the understanding that there is only divinity. There is only God. There is only this one source energy, the universal consciousness. There is one power, one presence, one principle. And that principle is the principle of unfoldment, the principle of creation. And from this principle flows forth all expressions, all life expression. Everything circumstantial and experiential is the flow of this magnificence. And it is inclusive of each and every one of us. We are the power, the presence, the light, the life, the glory of the divine. Each and every one of us is this. This is our identity. The wholeness of us is a facet of the infinite divine source. And so I know that we are the manner in which the infinite is flowing forth into expression, as is all creation, for there is no separation. And so I settle my mind and heart in this moment into a feeling tone of magnificence. I welcome the feeling of magnificence, and I know that life is unfolding perfectly because the nature of the divine source is perfect. And so perfection is always flowing forth into expression. I welcome a broadening and strengthening of the infinite, magnificent, glorious attributes of the divine in and as my life. I know that it begins as an inside job. I trust in this for each and every one of us. And so I welcome the glory of imagination, faith, zeal, power, strength, life, willingness, understanding, love, wisdom, order, and release. I breathe these attributes into expression, knowing that these attributes are contributing to a magnificent feeling of wholeness, and that this wholeness is assured in expression. So I let myself acknowledge the manner in which the feeling tone has evolved during this time. I note the manner in which the feeling tone has evolved. And it is with gratitude and appreciation overflowing, magnificently sourced, doing its perfect work, that I simply let this be. I allow. And for that, I am grateful. For the gift I seek has been offered, given, and received. I trust and know this to be so, and I affirm it by saying, and so it is. Amen. So there we are. Another, I think, wonderful exploration today. Always, it's so great to share time with you. And thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, where we will wrap up this exploration of the steps of prayer as we teach them in unity. And look forward to Friday as well. On Friday at 9:30 Pacific, 11:30 Central. I'll be live on these channels with my friend Reverend Steph Saint Amand. She and I engage in this thing called the rant, radically affirmative new thought. It's a conscious conversation where we look at the practical yet relevant topics through the lens of new thought. And if there's anything that comes up for you that you would like us to discuss, let us know. You can send me an email at revjonathan@unitytucson.com. There's my email right there on the screen. You can send me an email and let me know what you would like us to talk about. So yeah, I'll see that. We'll see that on Sunday. Lots of other things happening. I do have a class that's going to be starting October 12th. It's the Foundations of New Thought. We should have the registration up and running today for that class at unitytucson.com, and all kinds of other stuff that's always going on here. Delight to share, not to spare, but to share this time with you. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Peace and blessings, everybody. Be well.